Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the Rare Element Sports Card Podcast, brought to you by the Denver Card Shows. My name is Aaron. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. What is going on, brother?
What up? Just kicking it and chilling, sipping our avalanche, our traditional avalanches.
Yeah. Stanley Cup winning Avalanche.
Yeah,
Should I say? Yeah. Whoa.
Sound like we had a blaster fall or something.
You had a blaster fall off the wall. Oh,
we
that's
got a
good.
blaster down. We got a blaster down.
So, what's going on? What's good, brother?
Nah, it's just kicking it, chilling. You had a tiny little bit of car problemas yesterday.
Yes,
Gave us
I did.
A little pause on the pod,
Fuck.
but that's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
We had a hassle, but
Yeah, I ran over a screw, like a fucking bolt. It was a bolt, and popped my tire. And it was like right after work, and all the tire places were closing, and it was fucked up.
it didn't go very smoothly to start, huh?
No, it worked out great though. So
Yeah.
can't complain.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Absolutely, fucking A. But we're here. We're a day late, but we're not a dollar short.
Nope.
But you want to jump into the pod, my brother?
I think we could.
All right. So our podcast is made up of three elements. Actually, this week is two elements and an interview. We got a nice interview with Mark from iKards over from the Pikes Peak Card Show from this past weekend.
Word.
And we'll throw that in. That's going to be our second element. But our first one is always cardboard, which is sports card news. And then we'll finish up with some sports. You ready to rip that fucking shit?
Rip that shit.
All right, so our first topic under the cardboard this week is about card porn. So, card porn is being sued. There's these two brothers that buy and collect and flip big cards. They're the Spiegel brothers, Alan and Steven Spiegel, and they have that LeBron James, RPA. I want to say exquisite RPA, and they were looking to sell it, and I believe they went to go put it on gold, and everybody, this card has been in the news a few separate times for it having a fake patch in it, and so people were calling for them to take it down. Golden took it down, and Cardporn was just like hammering them about it.
Yeah.
About trying to sell and flip a card that is got a fake patch supposedly.
Yeah.
I don't know all the ins and outs about how they know and how it is proven that it's a fake patch.
Yeah.
But they're hammering it pretty hard, and it's a big card.
Yeah.
And these gentlemen aren't able to sell it.
Yeah.
Because Cardporn's like dragging their names and like going hard against them about this fucking thing, and so now they're suing them or whoever Cardporn is. They're trying to sue whomever Cardporn is.
Yeah.
They don't know who they are, so it's like the Spiegel brothers versus a John Doe. What are your thoughts about this, bro? I don't know. I've
seen some stuff about it, and supposedly the sellers or the people who are for its side claim that it was either a replacement that was sent back, and then they replaced it and sent it back, but then it's like the same exact fucking card. So the pictures of it that these guys apparently have it's the same exact card with a different patch.
Right.
And they're lining up the autograph, they're lining everything about the card, like certain little significant little dots on the card or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's on both cards. But the story is that one got sent back for damage or something or another or whatever, got returned with a better patch in it, whatever. And they even have a letter that kind of saying that, yeah, it's legit, you know? And so Beckett authenticated it. Upper Deck gave him this letter saying, yeah, it's legit. It doesn't necessarily have that whole story in there, but Upper Deck says it's legit.
Right.
And then I saw someone else who was able to actually piece together the patches with other patches from other cards from the patches they chopped up for that.
No shit.
Like in a puzzle almost. So it was kind of, but it was upside down. So it was kind of hard to tell because the patch is actually upside down in the card.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know all of the ins and outs, but it kind of looked legit to me, and more hard. It was one of those like instant replay things where it's like the evidence is inconclusive.
Right.
Plus, like, kind of like who, it's like we say, who are they to like police the hobby or to like fuck with them about it or, fucking cock block.
Major cock block, bro. Major. That's like chastity belt cock blocking for sure.
I think our bulb burned out.
Did we blow a bulb?
Yeah. I think the plaster landed on it and killed it.
Oh no! Damn.
That's all right. We'll fuck with it later. Hopefully it still looks cute. Hopefully I still look cool.
I still look. Do I still look hot?
I still look high.
But yeah, dude.
I get what card porn is, but the thing is everybody's like calling each other out for clicks and talking shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just at a certain point, they're not doing it to be the fucking heroes of the hobby. And the light's just a loose bulb.
Lights back on.
Nice. You know what I mean? They're only doing it to be dickheads, kind of. They're not actually doing it to like help people or to like save people from getting burned, or they're just like fucking with people.
Right. And they've called out sports card nonsense for having like sponsors and like not going hard against like their own sponsors and like who would you know what I mean? Nobody's gonna do that.
No.
So like I mean some of the battles that they pick to fight is kind of fucking weird.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're anonymous or whomever, from what I've heard, it might be multiple people.
Yeah.
And if the fact that they're anonymous is weak to me. It's weak, bro.
Is it really that easy to have an anonymous Instagram?
I guess.
I mean, weird.
It's weird.
I mean, yeah.
You know, it's like the guy who created Bitcoin. Like nobody knows who the fuck that is, and nobody knows who the fuck.
On Instagram, you have to have like some kind of
have to be
linked. I don't know.
I don't know if Instagram could give that info out though.
Yeah.
So like you might have to have like that info,
like privacy shit,
right? And maybe not. I mean, you have to set up with the email, and you could like make it cardporn.com or something. You know,
from some random.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be that fucking hard.
Some random Gmail account.
Yeah, unless they're making any kind of money off of it, then where's the money going? I guess.
Right. Right. And it doesn't seem like they're like making money as far as I know, but.
I don't know, man. The whole thing is, even their name is kind of whack and weird because it's
a little weird.
Not that I don't like porn. I'm just I definitely don't like my cards with my porn. That's just fucking weird.
Cards and porn. That's a little rough of a mixture there.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, I'm of the opinion like if you're gonna have content, you're gonna put out content in the sports card hobby. If you don't put your name and face behind it, then what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? Sack up. You know, if you want to throw spears at people, then you have to be willing to take them too.
That's pretty weak to fucking hide like that and fucking talk shit.
Mm-hmm. And then like come out hard against people that are just selling cards. You know, if they have a letter from Beckett and it got BGS's fucking seal of approval.
Plus, just because you're selling a card doesn't mean that even if it is like fucked up or whatever, that doesn't mean that you're the one that fucking did it. You know what I mean? And like I get like to save the hobby from it or whatever, but you know,
you're not really saving the hobby, bro. Yeah. You're really not. You know, you're just fucking up a sale for somebody. Yeah. And like I say, you know, if they have proof, if they have multiple avenues of showing proof on this fucking shit, then you're just pissing up a rope, bro. Yeah. And you're just being a dick. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, and apparently they have pictures too, you know. So
right, and when we don't know all the facts, so there's that.
And I've seen their pictures, and it kind of makes sense too. It looks pretty similar, you know, but without like a microscope. I mean, they claim that it's pretty on point. I don't know who's lying or who's. The other story sounds more feasible, like it was a returned or fixed by Upper Deck and sent back.
Right. You know, I could see that being something that happens.
Someone switching out the actual patch,
to
make it more valuable.
Not everything is shady.
Yeah.
Not everything that happens is fucking somebody trying to be a dickhead. Granted, it happens a lot.
Yeah, and maybe it is, but
so I mean, if they're able to call out people and help save some people some money or save people from bullshit, then cool. But it's not always the case.
Yeah, most of the time it's just antagonizing people. Seems like.
And if it weren't, show your face.
Yeah.
Show your face.
At least when the other homie does it, he's fucking not scared to show his face.
Yeah.
Sports Card Radio.
Yeah. You
know.
Yeah, I give him a lot of credit and
a lot of what he does is antagonistic and just poking at people, and some of it doesn't really fucking matter, and he's just fucking with people for clicks and likes. At least he shows his face.
Yeah. Yeah, both of them, they're brothers that do it, and they look so much alike. It's hard to tell those fucking guys apart.
I didn't realize it was two dudes.
Yeah, it's two dudes. Yeah,
and I don't follow them very hard, but I've seen their shit. You know, so
and their voices sound identical. But like, yeah, I give them credit for at least saying, "Hey, this is who we are. We're gonna
come back at us. Cool.
Yeah,
you know,
we're gonna fuck with you."
Yeah.
They come out and just say it and do it and man up and just fucking be about it. So kudos to them for that. I watch them because they have some pertinent information. They're pretty, they're pretty knowledgeable in the hobby actually. And people tell them some stuff, like they have some sources, and they actually have sources too. Yeah. So. And I'm not saying Cardporn doesn't. They might, but I don't know. Show your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Like I said, I'm all for porn, even softcore porn, bro. Run, bitch, run. Check that shit out on Amazon Prime. Thanks for the heads up, Drew.
Uncle Drew.
Did you watch that clip?
No, no. I was at work and I started to. And I was like, oh,
yeah. I should have put NSFW on there, but it doesn't show anything. But kind of.
Yeah. Enough.
Anyway, just playing.
Uncle Drew. But we'll move on, bro. We'll move on to our second topic under the cardboard. This week is about Leaf. Leaf and Brian Gray are printing Damar Hamlin cards. They're numbered autograph cards. Damar Hamlin signed on to do this, and they have like a little, I don't know, like a title that says prayers answered on them. I guess they're doing 210 cards, and they're all numbered and signed, and they're $100 each pretty much. And some of the proceeds are going to charity. I believe it's Damar Hamlin's charity. That's some of the proceeds. I mean, that number has not been divulged by anybody. It could be 50 cents going to the thing. It could be, It
just says a portion.
It just says a portion.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about this, dude?
Well, I don't know. I think it's kind of dirty. There's a whole bunch of fucking shit that's going to happen because of it. Because, yeah, maybe, I mean, if he signed on, whatever, I think it sucks unless you're doing it 100% charity. And I know he has that charity that a lot of people donate to, and that's cool. But it was like Toys for Kids for Christmas, which that's cool. But, like, you can only buy so many toys, for kids. Like, I don't know, maybe come up with a secondary or something else too for
like the Damar Hamlin Foundation or something
for people with like health conditions or I don't know, whatever the fuck they want to do with it. I guess charity's charity, I guess, but
yeah.
Yeah, the thing is too is the aftermarket's gonna go fucking stupid for him too.
I didn't even think about that.
People are gonna be fucking hawking them right away, bro. So it's gonna be people with bots trying to buy them all, and then whoever gets them all is going to be selling them for $1,000 probably. They might not sell for $1,000, but they're going to probably put $1,000 tag on them, put them on eBay.
Right.
The other thing is he doesn't really have hardly any autographs yet.
Not a ton.
And these are going to be Leaf, so they're not going to be logos.
Yeah, they definitely don't have logos.
And they probably already had the autograph stickers. I mean, I don't know how well he's doing, but I don't know if he's quite ready to be signing stacks of stickers yet either.
I think so.
Is he?
I think so. Yeah, they said he's been at the Buffalo Bills facility just about every day.
Oh, really?
So he's like up and doing things, and so
that's cool.
He could. I'm sure that he could be signing cards.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Stickers, but
right. How fucking on a level, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like 10 being the most cringy shit on the face of the planet, what would you grade this?
Well, just by them slipping charity in there, they fucking get a free point. But that's about it. Maybe an additional point because he signed on. At first, I was like, oh, they fucking just probably had some stickers and made some fucking shit with, they don't even need his permission at that point, kind of, if he already signed on for some cards.
If they had that. But it would have been a tough one because, not talking shit about somebody who just went through something. It's just true. Before he got injured, nobody really knew him, and he wasn't a highly sought after card and defensive player. So I mean, it would be hard it'd be hard for me to see that
Leaf would even have a
that
stack
Leaf
of those set aside.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Panini maybe.
But Leaf does get a lot more of those than everybody else. Leaf is actually more likely because they have all those unlicensed sets with the million no-name autographs in them.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, but
yeah,
probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they have all those metal and all those, dude, and it's like 5 autos per box or whatever. 5 cards, 5 autos, and it's like you don't recognize a single name.
It's like, who the fuck is that? Yeah.
Bunch of undrafted guys.
Right. That's true.
But I don't know. Who knows? I hope that it's not too. I mean, Leaf is just what it is, too, kind of. Mm-hmm. It's just, the whole thing is kind of a money grab. It's not very good. It's not a great product, bro.
Yeah.
They have a few cool-ish things, but not really.
Yeah. Every now and again, I'll see a celebrity card. Mm-hmm. Like the sports stuff, I don't even fuck with at all. Yeah. But like I'll see I saw one that they made with the Cheech and Chong auto. That was a cool card, right. And I mean, it could be
still could be better.
They could be definitely better. Yeah. But there's some things that I see.
That Mike Tyson card I have is cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But the baseball, football, basketball,
right.
I don't want none of that shit. And the only people that end up with that shit are usually noobs that are inexperienced and kind of being taken advantage of by them because they're buying whatever the fuck's left on the shelf, and sometimes that's all that's left is the fucking trash.
It's true.
And they get that, and they don't realize, they don't even, and they start looking at it, and they don't even realize that it doesn't even have logos and shit.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck is this guy?
It's like,
what? What team does he even play for? What the fuck is that? What jersey is that?
Who's Leon Landers?
Leon Sandcastle.
Oh shit!
Those shit was sort of funny.
But yeah,
Coach Dion.
Ooh.
Uh-oh. I think I dragged.
I think you did. It's all good. That's perfect.
Bam.
I can still see. Let's see.
Bam.
Yeah, you can still see me. Not so much on the video with iKards. I set it up to where the camera angle would hit both of us, so it'd be able to see both of us. And then I forgot about it. I was just recording, and I just put it down. And I was like, I'm only in this very little corner, and you can just see me from the side. It's okay, but it's not. I could have turned it and make it look better, but
I'm sure he saved the day.
Oh, he did. He did. Fucking interview's dope. So you're giving Brian Gray and Leaf an 8 on the cringy scale?
Jeez, yeah. And that's like being generous just because of charity, bro.
Right.
We'll see how much of that actually goes to charity.
I know.
If it was 100%, that would even be another thing. But even at that, it's still just an attention grab.
It is.
It would still just be like a commercial for yourself.
Right. You're not like...
Look what I'm doing.
Look what I can do.
Yeah, look, everybody. I'm feeding the homeless this weekend.
Right. Right. Let me get a YouTube video together and post it so everyone can see.
Let me show everyone how I just gave this bum $100. He's like, thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro. This is a fake hunty.
Yeah. They ask for it back and give him a 20 later. I'll give you a 20 if you act like I'm giving you this 100, bro. So when you give me the 100 back, you get a 20 for real.
You get it hard, real twanker.
And a shooter. I'm just kidding. You want to really do something nice for someone, and you have to record it to make it happen, whatever, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
What the fuck ever.
What the fuck ever. Brian Gray, you get...
I wish I had more hands so I could give those titties
3.5
down.
Fuck.
Shit.
He gets a half a thumb.
He gets a half a thumb.
Like I said, we'll see how much money goes to charity. And because homie signed off on it.
Right.
He signed off on it, so I guess what's fuck ever. What can we say?
But like you said, like if someone approaches him, and he seems like a really caring guy, really nice guy, and if someone approaches him like, hey man, we're going to do this, we're going to make some cards, and we're going to do it for charity.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to say no.
I forgot to mention that we were talking about that before the pod.
Yeah, you'd mentioned
that. Then he
that.
looks like a dick if he doesn't agree to it because they came and said it's for charity.
It's for charity. He's like, nah, fuck no.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that. There's no way.
Yep. So there's all those things. So
yeah, for sure.
Yes, it's charity, but it's just kind of all for show, sort of.
It is. Yeah, it is. Brian Gray, fuck off.
Fucking greedy penis.
Penis. And he's got all kinds of fucking scandals and bullshit.
He's got a bunch of like get rich quick shit, dude.
He's like the pyramid scheme of the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's always got like some kind of angle, some kind of fucking thing, some bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's jump him.
Let's stop buying that garbage.
I guess he went on to Clubhouse that day that this news dropped and was just fucking, people were lambasting him and he was freaking out and talking all kinds of shit. I was like, ugh. I wish I would have heard it though. I wish I'd have been able to.
He doesn't seem like he takes it very well.
Oh no. Oh fuck no. He doesn't take it well at all.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. But we'll move on, bro. We'll move on. We'll go to our third topic under the cardboard for this week, and that is a recap of the Pikes Peak Card Show. It was this past weekend at the Norris Penrose Arena. It's an awesome venue. It's put on by one of the best promoters. It's a great show. If you're ever in the Colorado area, I highly suggest you check it out. Jeremy set up his table and was doing his usual thing, and we set up the podcast for the first time at Pikes Peak, and we had Mark from iKards sit down, and Jeremy was so fucking busy at his table that he couldn't break away.
Yeah.
So it ended up just me doing it, and we got a little cameo. We put the camera on him a couple times, but
oh, you should tell me I could have sucked in my gut. I still got a little bit of that Christmas gut.
Like, suck it in, dog.
Shit, fucking shirt fit perfect when I got it, bro. It's like, damn it.
Now it's
I think I left it in the dryer too long.
I left every one of my shirts in the dryer too long then. But yeah, dude, it was a great show. How was the show for you?
Yeah, it was fun, bro. It was busy. It was as busy as I've ever seen that show. So, and I've been setting up there for like a year. We've been going for a little more than that or whatever, maybe. But
yeah,
since it was in the old venue over by the airport, but
yeah,
by the airport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that the DoubleTree over there?
Yeah. But it was a blast, dude. I wish I would have got to sit down for a minute, and it would have been cool to get in another little interview or two. But the more we set up like that, I think the more people will be a little more open to it or make a little time for it. Of course, a lot of the people we want to talk to are always busy too.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. It was jumping. It was jumping this last show. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I picked up some cool vintage football cards, a couple of older Jim Brown's second year, I want to say, second, third, fourth year, maybe fifth year, somewhere like that. I got like three nice, cool vintage Jim Brown cards, medium to low grade. Nothing overly expensive, but I never had a cool Jim Brown card, so I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Picked up a nice Nolan Ryan, but I didn't have a ton of buying opportunities, which was a little bit weird. I think it's just kind of the area was at by the time people kind of got around to me. They had already done most of that, you know. What I mean? So
they've already sold all their cards that they were going to sell.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was a good time. Super busy. Everybody seemed like they had a blast. Of course, we missed a few of the regulars, but it's all right. We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. The Dallas Card Show was going on the same weekend.
Dallas Card Show.
Some of the gentlemen were down there.
A few other people that just got busy. And, you know, they got lives, I guess. They just don't love us anymore. It's okay.
Bangers, we're talking to you. To you, Bangers.
I hit him up earlier. He said he's just been busy and shit. I just told him reach out, make sure he was cool.
Yeah, good deal.
So, he said he's cool. Just busy, so word. But yeah, it was kind of nice not having old Teamy D over there. Made more sales. He didn't suck the money out of the room. No, I'm just joking.
Oh man, Mr. Dennis from Tie Me Down Sport. You're pulling the camera again.
Oh shit! I keep rocking over here, and I got this damn tablecloth kind of draped too far.
It's all good.
It's all right. I'm rocking the boat.
That's all good. But Mr. Tie Me Down, Dennis Swain from Tie Me Down Sports Cards, he was in Dallas, and his table's legit. He has a dope table. He has amazing cards. He has a ton of amazing cards. He has some of the best value boxes in the business.
I might recycle some of his shit onto my table every now and then.
But yeah, his table's so good and so hopping. It I don't say it takes away from everybody, but it when he's not there, it spreads a little more love.
Spread the love around a little.
Shout out to you, Dennis, man. You the man, brother.
Yeah, and then of course trade night is almost always the same night over at John's, and that's always fun. We had to stop at Hootie's, of course. That's usually our little go-to spots, kind of right behind there. Had some medium rare wings.
Had some medium rare wings and some well done beers.
Yeah, the wings weren't quite as cooked or as crispy as they should have.
They weren't on point as they usually are.
They were busy and they were in a rush and they were yoinking shit out of it.
It was
a little too fast.
Yeah, and it was the wild card Saturday too, so like they were busy as fuck. So
and they had B Squad in there again.
Yeah. Just kidding. Except our waitress.
Nah, she was cute.
She was pretty cute.
But yeah, I mean that's usually, what we do. We go, and then by the time we get over to trade night, we got a nice little buzz rolling. And usually by the time we get there, everybody else there does too, because they're usually sipping on Coors Lights and shit.
Yep. Yeah, had a pack battle with Pikes Peak.
Did you actually do a pack battle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I ended up winning by I ended up getting the auto out of those cards, and so I ended up winning. But there was nothing big. Yeah. There was nothing crazy.
That's still fun.
Yeah, shout out to Brent. He bought both packs on the first one,
and
he's like, "We'll do a pack battle," and I was like, "What?" It's not a pack battle if you buy it. He's like, "I know, I just want to buy it. Let's just do it."
Fun,
yeah, he was having a good time. He had a decent little buzz going, so he was maybe just a little couple of beers deep.
I was telling him we'll do a box battle on the Optic UFC. He bought a box of Optic UFC, so
nice.
I'm not sure what he hit. I haven't heard from him yet, but I got that Bear Jew out of 10. So
that's a nice
Paul Craig.
Fuck
it's like 1 of 10 too. I want to say, or it might be 10 of 10, 1 of 10. I don't know. But that probably would have taken it.
Yeah.
So
gold.
Well, depending on how you set up the rules of the box battle, sometimes it's the lowest number to the left. So it could be 1 out of 200, and that wins.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever. So good luck. I hope you hit something good in yours, Brent. I know. Hopefully, I'll get to buy it off of you either way. Yeah, but no, that was fun. Of course, ripping some packs and stuff. Over the next couple of days when I got some time, I was gonna do another vid, but I was like, fuck it. I'll jinx it. And then I ended up actually doing pretty good.
No, yeah. Anytime you pull gold, dude, that's dope.
Yeah, I can't beat that. Can't beat a low number card. So.
I love gold.
I do love me some gold. Save me from myself. And gross. That was one of the grossest things.
It was fucking horrible. It was horrible, but yet hilarious. Yeah. All 3 of those fucking movies, bro. I forget how funny Austin Powers movies are. I forget.
Yeah, I never think to watch them either.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, dude.
But you know what? Speaking of pack battles, just for the fuck of it, hadn't really done too many breaks or anything, and your boy might be kind of heating up again. Streak on some razzes and shit again, dog.
You been hitting?
Like a little bit, nothing too crazy, but actually, I 1 whole box of Optic on a pack.
Really?
I hit a Conor McGregor. This one was set up lowest number. And I think it was 9 out of 99 or something like that.
Nice.
Won the whole box.
Beautiful.
So, and I got Rafael Fiziev autograph out of like 49. I mean, it wasn't a $180 box, but it was fucking $150 worth of cards, $100 worth of cards for fucking $12.
Fuck, you can't beat that.
Ripped and shipped, basically. And you sit there and watch, and everybody's waiting. And I had like the second pack. So I pretty much won it right away. It was like, that's pretty low. Pretty much gonna have to be like a 1 of 1 or a gold or something to beat that. And
yeah. Biggity bam.
I've slowly but surely accrued me a nice little stack of the UFC Optics. So
nice.
Yeah.
Whammy!
Nice, dude. You're fucking stacking that UFC. Jeremy's one of the. I've seen a few people at the Denver shows that have UFC, but in the Springs and Pueblo area, you're the one. You're the table. So if you're ever at the Spring Show, Denver Show, any of the shows we're at, and you're looking for UFC cards, man, Jeremy's the man to hit.
Yeah. You know it.
Yeah.
Got some nice stuff. I might even look at it to buy.
But yeah, dude, that's all I got for the cardboard. Do you want to take a little minute and hear a little bit from our sponsor?
For sure.
All right. This podcast is brought to you by Denver Card Shows. Come find your grail and chill with some of the dopest people in the hobby. For more information, check out denvercardshows.com. rolling in my 6'4" with everybody saying. Fucking Denver Card Shows. He's gonna have a show in February 25th and 26th, I believe, and it's gonna be at the usual Crown Plaza Hotel up on Chambers and I-70 up in the D-town near the airport.
Yep.
And it's an awesome show. It's gonna be a good one. They always are. So definitely check it out. Like you said, iKards.com if you want any information on tables or any of that. Hit them up. But DenverCardShows.com. DenverCardShows.com. But let's take a shot. We gotta take our shot. This is where we usually do this. Oh, a shot and a chaser. Victory! I'm gonna have to find something, put that on the board. We're almost out. We're almost out of Black Label. We're getting low. So we're gonna have to re-up on something.
Something, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we get some fucking I don't know, some of that $5 shit. I couldn't even think of something cheap.
I know, it's like when Bangers buys it, then we get the good stuff. But when we buy it, we ain't gonna get the cheap shit. But are you guys ready for the iKards interview?
Yeah.
All right, let's throw it down and let's hear from Mr. Mark from iKards. And
I can't wait. I don't even know what you guys talked about. So.
What is going on? We're here sitting down with Mr. Mark from iKards. What's going on, Mark?
Yes, sir.
How's it going, brother?
Another day, another show. It's always good to see you guys at a show.
Absolutely. How was the drive down, coming down to Springs?
Not too bad. You know, come down from Springs takes about an hour, maybe hour and some change.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad drive because it's all highway.
Right.
So it's like all highway.
Yeah.
So it's
Just-
not too bad.
And it's a straight shot. It was good weather. It's not bad at all.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely had to look at had to see what the weather was before I came out.
Yeah.
This time of year in Colorado, you know, you get snow whenever.
Yeah, you can catch it quick, too. Mm-hmm. Morning time is beautiful. Afternoon, you got 6 feet of snow on the ground, sliding all over the place.
Exactly. Exactly.
Cool, man. So what's been up?
Nothing much, man. You know, I got a show coming on March 4th. This year we're going to do 5 shows. So, but there's a lot of shows I want to go to. Like you guys got a show coming up, right?
We do. Yeah, we got a show next Saturday, a week from today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I want to walk there. I've heard that the venue where you guys throw the show is remarkable.
It's nice, man. It's nice.
So
I
is it
gotta
a
say.
school or something?
Yeah, it's the community college.
Ah.
Yeah, they have a ballroom there. They do like dances and they do events and that thing.
Okay.
And it's pretty nice. They've just recently redid some of the electronics, so they have a big tile board on the stage area.
Okay.
And it's probably 3x3 tiles.
Oh, nice.
And they're
Okay.
just built up, so they could do separate screens or they could make it all into one screen.
Oh.
And so last show we had that up, and we had college football games on there, and
Nice.
so it was cool. And it's HD, it's a legitimate,
Super clear. Yeah. Clean.
And there's TVs throughout, and we had everything casted on there as well. So
How often you guys want to start throwing shows?
we're gonna try to go every 2 months. Every
Okay.
2 months, yeah. So we're not gonna be every month. That's a little bit much.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of folks that come down and set up from Springs and Denver and stuff.
Right.
So we don't want to try to overload it and have people coming in, and it's a little. There's already quite a few shows. So
Right. Yeah. No. With us throwing 5 shows every year, we're throwing them maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 in between, just kind of depending.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I mean, I started this one off in March because there's some stuff going on in January, plus weather, plus Dallas is this weekend.
right.
I mean, we're at the Pikes Peak show. Shout out to Brent.
Pikes Peak.
So yeah, so we're up here doing this show, and he has them going all the time. So
Yeah.
you know, I make sure that I don't step on their toes. He makes sure he doesn't step on mine. And then of course John's got his shows, and he got there's a lot of shows in Colorado.
There really is.
I say this all the time, man. I don't know why Colorado is not bigger in the scene. I think slowly but surely we might be getting there a little bit.
I think so. Last summer, what's his name? Sports Card Investor was there. So I
He
mean,
was there. I did see him.
yeah. So I mean, there's a little attention coming our way. So
yeah. And
hopefully,
I had JSA at my last show,
right, and that was awesome.
and they reached out to me.
Did they really?
Yeah, I mean, well, as far as participating, because I always kind of like send them stuff on Instagram, like, hey, just whatever. I've been sending stuff to them for a long time, and didn't hear anything. Then all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, they're like, hey, we want to get to your December show.
Nice.
I was like, okay, that works.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's cool. That's cool that they reached out to you. So I mean, there's somebody paying attention.
Yes, for sure. Well, just like I was telling you just now, there's a guy walking around here with a forensic card grading shirt on. I don't know if he's affiliated with them or
Interesting.
or not. So, and I've actually talked to the owner of FCG.
Have you really?
Yeah, I'm trying to get somebody that does slabs, HGA or FCG or whoever, to come out to iKards show too.
That'd be cool.
Hit Parade, I would like to have come out.
Yeah, that'd be real cool.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
fuck yeah. So, what do you got planned for the? What else you got? Anything else planned for the iCard show? You got anything loaded in the tube?
Yeah. You know how before we had like the DJ coming and whatnot. My buddy might DJ one.
Nice.
He might DJ something.
Nice.
So
have a little scratching action
on the ones and twos. I always like having the background music. You know what I mean?
It is nice.
You know what's crazy is was it Collecticon? Yeah, Collecticon last year they had Vanilla Ice.
What?
And then I saw something. Now, somebody's going to have to correct me if I'm wrong. But I heard the next Collecticon that's coming up for this year, for 2023, is supposed to have Yin Yang Twins.
Really? No shit.
I'm like, do they even collect cards? Like, what, how is this even happening?
All right, how are they even involved? Like,
Vanilla Ice made sense, actually, to me, because they had, like, the Ninja Turtles were there.
Oh,
and so,
right.
Tied into that 90s movie. And
go Ninja, go.
Yeah, he actually did like part of the soundtrack.
He did.
Yeah, so
that's right.
So that made sense to me. It was kind of weird, but it kind of made sense. Yin Yang Twins. They make music for the stripper pole. How are they at?
How are they? Yeah.
Hey, but kudos to them for pivoting.
Absolutely. That's a great pivot right there.
Yin Yang Twins and Collecticon. Shout out to both of y'all for pivoting, because you had guys that were beating up nerds now hanging out with the nerds.
Now chilling awesome. With the nerds.
Yeah, that's how you know the tides have changed.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, dude. I enjoy when you have the DJs there. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. And it's not just like hard, crazy hip hop too. They spin a little bit of different stuff, and they get a little. The DJ you had plays a little bit of like some rock and some other stuff too.
Yeah, and to make sure that everything is family friendly. You know what I'm saying? Because people bringing their kids and whatnot, and he does a lot of remixes and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We'll see. I mean, I'm trying to get more tables, so we've dropped the price on everything. So I got tables in the hallway going for like as low as like $40.
Oh, you can't beat that.
Yeah, so $40 to come and set up at a show.
Yeah.
And then even then in the main venue, $70.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
A lot of other shows are 100. These bigger shows with Collecticon and anything. Now, granted, some of those are 2-dayers.
Right.
They're still slinging them out for $200.
Right.
$150 a table, easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah, dude, $40, $70. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't put that together, then you shouldn't be selling cards, man.
Right. Well, I also did that too. There's a couple guys too. That's like, well, if I could afford it, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna make a show where you can't afford it. So there's not gonna be any excuse.
There's gonna be $17,000 a table.
You'll be able to get it in. You'll be able to get it in.
Right. You just sell one slab, you'll be in there, man.
So
it's all good.
So I wanted to, so I came here because I was buying stuff too. I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
And then you asked Jeremy, but of course Jeremy over here making this money.
Jeremy's right. Oh, right there.
So it's just me and Aaron going right now.
Yeah.
But no, it's to ask is like, you hear these guys, you hear so many guys, and we know a lot of these same guys.
Yeah.
That are making, at a show, they're like, oh yeah, I sold 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand. I'm like, shit. How? I mean, now granted, they got to have 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand into it.
Right.
But still, my question is, how in the hell are you making those sales? Like, I've seen a couple big sales go down. Like, I've seen a couple big deals really go down. Like, a couple years ago, I saw a deal go down on a table next to me. It was like for 28 grand. It was insane.
Yeah.
And this guy walked away with only like 6 cards. It was nuts.
Wow.
But as a whole, you never see that. So I'm like, how in the heck are these guys doing that?
Well, I have a theory. I think a lot of it is the type of cards you have.
Sure.
I think the liquidity of the cards that you have makes all the difference. And I think there's a lot of guys that know what people are looking for, and they're real good at honing in on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, and they're real good about playing the seasons. So like, what's hot right now is football, that players that are still alive in the playoffs. Right. So people are looking for their Hurts, they're looking for their Josh Allens, they're looking for guys like that. Right. So they keep all the other stuff that's not liquid out, and they leave it at home or leave it in the box, or you know what I mean, like baseball and stuff like that. Okay. So I really think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, so like NBA's hot. It's in the middle of the season right now, so NBA cards are going to be moving a little bit better than baseball will be, and different things like that. So I think a lot of it has to do with liquidity of the cards, the grades that you have, and also you're
playing the game. You could get caught holding the bag though, because
you can
scoop up a lot. Like right now, like you said, basketball's hot. You can scoop up a lot right now, but if you don't move it, you're not actively, like super actively on eBay or whatnot, or doing shows.
Yeah,
you can get caught holding the bag.
You can.
You know what I mean? I got a buddy of mine that does pretty good. Tony and them in Cheyenne, they do pretty good. And what you call this? He's into Hall of Famers.
Right.
And that makes sense to me too. You get your vintage players and your Hall of Famers. You're not going to make you're not going to make big coin, but you're not going to lose it.
Right.
Either, typically, because none of those guys are playing anyway.
Yeah, and being well diverse too helps. I mean, there's a lot of different things.
Yeah, diversity helps.
A lot of different things. And like Jeremy, he a lot of his stuff is UFC. He's a big UFC guy, so he focuses on buying a lot of that stuff and having a lot of that stuff. So people are starting to know him for that, and they're starting to come to him for that. And they bring their UFC cards to him to trade and to sell to him and stuff.
That's true.
So like I think there's a couple of ways you could
of niche areas too.
Yeah, exactly. You can niche out, like Paul right over here, the hockey guy.
I was just getting ready to say he is probably one of the most impressive to me of all of them, because I'm like, he pulls pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Off of hockey.
Yeah.
Like he's 98% hockey.
And it's the fourth most popular sport in the country right now, and he's killing it.
God,
you know,
I am not into hockey at all. I've been to a hockey game because I said I wanted to go see the Avs play. So
yeah.
I went, and it was a fun time. It was good.
Yeah, they're fun.
But
yeah, hockey games are a blast.
I'm just not into hockey though.
Yeah.
I'm not into baseball either.
Yeah. It's not your shit.
Yeah, I mean, and I sell a little bit of baseball cards here and there, but I mean, it's all mainstream, you know, like Trout, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Stuff like that. But football's my main, then basketball, and of course, then I got all my Marvel, which I actually do pretty decent with some of that.
Yeah, you have a lot of you even dip into comic books and stuff too.
Yeah, so Marvel cards and comics. Actually, when I was collecting, I started out with comic books.
Really?
I was in middle school.
That's when you first
collecting period.
Did you collect comics before cards too?
Yeah.
Really?
I collected comic books way before cards. Like,
nice.
Cards didn't come till like a couple years later, a few years. And even then, it was just kind of because some of my buddies did.
Right.
So I was just kind of like, just kind of
like keeping up with the homies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, so you guys are in the cards, so I just kind of sponged off it a little bit.
Right.
And then later on, it just turned into a whole deal. And next thing you know, I'm throwing shows and on world-renowned podcasts like this one.
Oh man, appreciate that. We're not world-renowned yet. We're Colorado-renowned.
You are Colorado renowned,
but we're getting there. We're getting there.
That's what we have to work on next, is how to get, because with a podcast, I mean, I talk about Colorado being bigger in the game, in the card game. You guys really should be. You guys have a podcast like nobody else's that I've heard.
Oh man, appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Could be a little biased, but I mean,
we all friends here, so
yeah,
there
might be friends here.
Might be a little bias in there, but I appreciate that. No, we try to just keep it authentic and just be ourselves, and just talk how we normally talk and just do what we normally do.
Right.
There's a bit of structure to it, but like overall, we wanted to make it to where like it's like a couple of homies sitting around talking cards.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part. Like I was telling you, like we've had some times here at this show in particular, where we had a great time, man. We were just laughing and joking and making, talking shit.
Yeah.
And it's like the funnest thing about it is just talking shit, you know?
Gear change real quick.
Yeah.
I heard you guys, because I wanted to see what your viewpoint was on, so Hamlin.
Right.
He's back home, so, good on him for sure. But you were talking about how people were running up the bids on eBay. On one of your podcasts I was listening to. So what do you think Hamlin's cards, like what's the deal with his cards now? Like, first of all, I don't think those cards ever actually sold. I think they were just They were just running them up, and then they just didn't pay him. Because I mean, the last one I saw, someone was trying to sell one of his cards for, it was bid up to like 90-something thousand.
Yeah, they were crazy.
I
yeah.
was like,
You know, I haven't looked recently to see, you know, what's going on with them right now. But I think the same stuff's still happening. But, you know, there's like a lot of folks that they don't like people profiting off of tragedy.
Right.
And the hobby's like kind of real stringent about that. There's a lot of folks that they get upset by it. They don't like it.
Which is, I get it. I don't know. I guess it's too soon would be my argument.
Yeah.
But like Jeremy was saying on that last part, it's a free market.
Right. You could sell whatever you want. You could buy whatever you want, and if the prices, the demand on that particular player goes up because of that situation, then you know, I don't know. I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I do see a little bit. There's a little bit of an ethical thing there.
Right.
But I mean, you can't, as a person, expect another person to have the same ethics that you have.
Yeah. The only argument that I didn't like is, and of course this is for anybody I think that's in the hobby, I think we would agree with, is if you're going to make a bid on a card, you should have every intention of paying for and buying the card.
Yeah.
When these guys are just bidding,
they're using it as a tool to like.
As a tool, to prevent a sale.
To put they're projecting their morals and their ethics on somebody else.
Right.
And they're using eBay bids as a tool to do that.
Because there's no way those cards are selling for nowhere near that now.
No. I'm sure that a couple of them, like if no one interfered or intervened, I'm sure they would have went up in price. I'm sure that a couple of them would have went for a few $100s.
Yeah.
And some people would have made a little bit of money. And there it is.
Honestly, I didn't even know who the guy was until this whole.
Yeah, I didn't either. And I like the Bills.
Oh, do you?
I like the Bills. I just know I knew Micah Hyde was out. And I knew,
right.
you know, and I didn't really know who the backup was really.
Oh,
you know what
okay.
I mean? And so, it was him, and then this situation occurs, and then now, boom. I mean, it was horrible, but it shoved him right into the middle of tons of conversations. Every sports outlet was talking about it.
He's a class act. You know, I heard that he's
absolutely.
You know, one of the first things that he asked when he came back up was, "Did we win?" or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Did we win or who won? And so I heard that he's trademarking that phrase. Or he's trademarking that phrase so he can sell merch with it on there. And
nice.
And the number 3. And he says the proceeds are going to go to first responders and to the hospital that saved his life.
Oh, that's cool. So
that's real dope.
That's real dope.
Yeah.
Everything I've heard out of any of the social media stuff that I've seen, or any of the sports outlets like ESPN or any of that, say that he's just the greatest guy.
Yeah.
The greatest guy.
Young kid too. He's only 23, something like that.
Yep. Young guy. He has he does a lot of charity stuff, and he puts out he had a toy drive for the holidays, and then this happened, and his toy drive was just exploded.
Oh yeah, they said that
into the millions.
They said that he had a GoFundMe for his organization or something, and it had a few thousand in it, and then after this happened, it just went into the millions.
Right.
Would you go back to playing? If you were him, if you were in his situation, would you go back to playing?
I don't know.
I don't know if there's a correlation between the hit and what had happened to him. I haven't followed it on that level. I haven't heard nothing I'll say on that level.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking your perspective and worldview on life has got to change.
I would think
completely.
I would think. I mean, in that aspect,
twice.
Right? In that aspect, for sure. I don't know. It would be tough.
I'd be like, y'all can keep this contract. Go ahead and pay me out.
And they put him on IR, and most times when a guy goes on IR, they don't get that money. But the Bills paid him.
Oh.
Yeah, they put him on IR, and they paid him out, so he got his money for the year.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. But I don't know. I would be tough. That'd be
tough.
But at the same time, you love to do it, and
that's true. I mean, what else is he going to do?
If you pass all the tests and you clear everything, man. I don't know. I would like to think that I would, but I don't know if I would. You know, it'd be tough.
Yeah, it's hard to say, I guess, unless you're in that situation, which hopefully none of us will be in that situation.
Well, I mean, say you get into a bad car accident. You know, I've been in a couple of them, really bad ones, where it's possible where bad things could have happened.
Yeah.
And it's scary, you know. And I went off the highway one time going up that mountain right there. And we were going up to Cripple Creek, and it was snowing, and we went off, and we almost went off the cliff. It was close.
Holy smoke!
Like the only reason why we stopped is because the snowdrift got so deep and we just sunk. But we were headed that way, and it was going right forward the cliff. So
you're saying you still drive in
I still
snowy
drive.
weather.
I still drive in snowy weather. I still cruise. I still do all that. So
that's perspective. Yeah, that's a perspective from it. Okay.
You know, so I mean, I do that.
Yeah, and you're doing that for free.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Actually, you're paying to drive.
I'm paying. Yeah. So, I mean, and it is a necessity. So you need to drive to get to work, and you need to drive to do certain things.
Yeah, and
so it is a little different.
He's going to have a livelihood. I mean, he's only 23.
He's a young guy.
And he's probably taking care of a whole lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
A lot of the times that's the case.
Right.
Yeah.
So, he's got to come back.
I don't know. I would be all for it if he did. You want to see a standing ovation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He comes back, that's going to be the biggest standing O.
You know what? He's going to, because look, if the first thing he asked was who won.
Yeah. His heart's there.
Yeah, so for sure.
Yeah.
It's just a health issue.
Right.
At this point.
Right.
It's just
if it's safe.
Issue.
Yeah, if it's going to be safe.
All right, yeah. Yeah, I guess he probably will play.
We'll see. I mean, he's got released from the hospital. He's home. You know, he's home.
Right.
So he's clearly doing much, much better. So if you're well enough to be home and not be like assisted by any machines or by anything, you're doing pretty good. So we'll see, man. We'll see. It's an interesting story what happened, and to see what's going to continue to happen from it.
And it may be just his personal health. It may not even be any correlation with football, because to what I remember, I haven't seen anything like this.
No, never.
Where a guy got hit so hard that
never.
Whatever. Like, so especially back in the day, you would have thought if it was going to happen, it was going to happen back in the 80s, 70s.
Yeah,
80s.
When they were just laying waste on each other.
They were just getting smashed.
It's true.
They were just getting laid out. So.
Yeah. No, I've never. I mean, I remember Rick Utley. He played for Detroit. I remember back in the, I want to say 90s, maybe late 80s. He got pretty injured. It was pretty bad. He was paralyzed. And I remember that one. And they carted him off, and he gave the thumbs up and stuff. And it was like it was a big deal back then.
Those guys were savages back then.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't broken down to a science how it is now. Like those guys were smoking cigarettes, eating raw meat, drinking beer after every game,
hitting heaters on the sideline.
Yeah, they didn't care.
They didn't care.
Shoulder pads were huge.
They were
size of dinner plates.
That's true. The helmets were insane.
Yeah,
they were insane.
There were barely any type of shock.
Like
shock absorbency or anything.
I played football back then during that time period, like in the, I want to say in the 90s, like early 90s,
right,
late 80s, and my helmet had like nothing. It was nothing. Like the stuff used to snap on the inside, like the little shock absorbing like pads in there. They'd snap on. I'd take a hit sometimes, and they'd come loose.
You just army helmets with the logo.
Exactly.
So these guys are soldiers for the game.
I know. They were. Guys like Ronnie Lott, like he broke his pinky, he chopped it off and went back out and played.
I know, that's ridiculous.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy,
like it was a different time. It was way different. And you're right. It's shocking that more of this didn't happen back then.
Right.
Something like
Roger Staubach broke his pinky so many times that like his pinky's like the size of his index finger.
Wow.
Who's that guy that's on TV? Booger McFarlane?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen his hand?
Yes.
Jesus criminy.
It's horrific.
Look like he put his hand in a meat grinder, pulled it out, and went to work.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah, Booger.
And then the name, to have a hand like that and to have that name.
Right? Like, you can't.
This guy can't win.
You can't pick your nose with that hand.
Right, no.
There's no way.
I don't know that you can even wipe with that hand, sir. Well, you probably could, but it could really be.
It would be a problem.
Right.
It would be an issue. You'd have to have a lot of hand sanitizer around.
Could be a situation. There's a situation.
That's funny.
Yeah. But I'm glad to see you guys up on YouTube and
for sure,
and growing. You know, YouTube is changing, so you guys got to.
We'll see
with it. We'll see.
We'll see how that works, because we were just talking a little bit ago how they're like demonetizing cuss words and they're going kind of hard against it right now.
Demonetizing?
Demonetizing.
Oh, yeah, that would change your guys' whole format.
It changed the game.
Because if you guys couldn't swear, I'm all, well, shit.
Our podcast would suck.
You'd lose listeners.
Right. And we openly drink and smoke weed on the pod. So, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to affect things.
They're going to have to open up a section called YouTube After Dark. Then you guys are in there. Then you're in the forefront.
Then we'll be in there.
That is Africa. Do you do that on YouTube?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That is awesome.
Yes, we do. More Jeremy than me, though. He'll smoke, and I'll take a couple hits, and I get destroyed, and I can't function. So yeah. I try to take it easy, but, like, I'll take some puffs.
Oh, yeah, I can't even.
No.
Trying to come and test that Pueblo crime?
Oh, good grief. Somebody was saying that Pueblo has more. What were you saying?
There's more legal marijuana grown in Pueblo County than all the wilds of the world.
All the world?
All the world. In the world.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
There's no.
Legal. Yeah, legal.
Oh, legal.
Legal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that I could. Even then, that's still pretty.
Even
impressive.
then, that's crazy.
I mean, I feel like there'd be a field in Germany somewhere that would.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
You know, so
they've been doing it for decades.
They've been doing it for a cool minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. They're the OG legalization of everything.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Pueblo got all those fields.
It's crazy. And in Denver, like downtown Denver, there's a lot of ton of manufacturing, like warehouses, and there's a lot of weed that's grown down there.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of it. I thought there would be more there, but no, apparently in Pueblo County, man, they're killing it.
Man, the weed thing is crazy. Like I said, I don't smoke. I do drink.
Yeah.
Well, we should have asked Brent. Can we bring a couple beers up here to the show?
I know that'd be nice. I could go for a beer right now.
They probably would have kicked us out the venue though.
Like, you guys got to go. Got to go.
Hilarious. Look, we said we were going to start this. Go ahead and see if Jeremy can double dutch his ass in here.
We tried.
He's
busy. He's busy over there. Let's see.
Let the people see.
He got the people. He got a busy table. He's got a lot of UFC stuff going on over there.
He does when I think of UFC, I think of Jeremy's
yeah,
selling them. Yeah.
Yep. We even have the section in the pod where he just talks UFC.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. And we would when we were first doing it, the first few episodes we were going and like he would drop in at the end. I was like, you got anything else? And you drop in some UFC stuff. And then I was like, well, fuck. Let's just put a section in, man.
A segment, yeah.
Yeah, just make it a segment, and you could just say your piece about whatever you want to say about UFC. And
I was big into UFC when it first came. Like I have like the first 16 events on VHS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like when Hoist Gracie first came out, and Dan Severin and Chemo and all those guys. They had that one big sumo wrestler dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Keith Hackney like broke his hand on the dude's head.
That's right.
They didn't do weight classes back then.
No, they didn't.
And they didn't really worry about if he was a striker or a grappler. They didn't worry about none of that. They just like just drew your names out of a hat and be like, all right, Bobby, looks like you and Ray going at it.
You and Ray. You and Hoist.
Yeah, you and Royce.
You're going at it.
And it wasn't truly mixed martial arts.
Not really.
Like it was just straight up disciplines of this person's taekwondo, this person's karate, this
guy's a wrestler. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
this is a whole different ball game.
And now, yeah, that's true. And they used to have him here in Denver.
I think I would like it if they went back to really doing it mixed up, where the weight class is totally different. I mean, not totally different. Where the weight class is non-existent.
Oh, damn!
Like how it was back in the
cool.
day. Because dude, think about it. If you really got into a fight in the street,
it's true.
Both of you may not be $180.
Right. There's no like, all right, let's weigh in.
Yeah.
You take your shirt off and get on the scale.
Yeah. So have some guy that's whatever.
That'd be entertaining.
175. The other guy's like 255. You know what I mean?
Yep. I would watch that.
One's a striker. One's a wrestler. Like.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And just let them go at it.
I think for insurance reasons they probably can't do that anymore. They're like, we're putting you in here with a crusher, man. That guy's 300 pounds of solid muscle, and you're like $125. We can't do that. We can't do that.
But those first. Well, I mean, of course, who knows what happened behind closed doors? Maybe in the beginning when they didn't have, because maybe that's why they started implementing some of these rules and regulations and whatever.
That's true. I wonder why that.
Because those guys didn't get paid. If you remember in the early days, those guys, they didn't get paid that much. They would get paid like 40, 50 grand in a trip to Disneyland.
They still don't get paid that much.
No.
No.
I mean, I've been out of it for so long. They don't get paid like that.
Not really. The main guys do. Like the big
like
names.
what are we talking here? What's the purse looking like for somebody?
I'm not positive, but I want to say somewhere in that neighborhood, $100,000 fight, something like that. Mm-hmm.
They're not making millions.
Only the big names, like only the big headliner fights are making that kind of coin, and even then aren't making as much coin as I think they should be. Yeah, it's a big controversy.
It's not boxing.
No, not at all. They don't split the purse. Fuck no. Dana White's like, cha-ching.
Is it because of Dana White?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like they're big enough. I mean, they got the pay-per-view. They got the sponsorship. They're filling out arenas.
Bro, they bought a fucking island.
What?
Like, yeah, they had USC Island, like when the pandemic. So, like, they couldn't fight anywhere. So you bought an island, and we're just going to fight here.
Really?
Yeah. Like Dana White's rolling in money. Slapping his wife around, too, apparently. But, like, he's...
he's like, you know who he married? Get in the octagon,
She did smack him first, though.
Oh, did she?
Did you see the video?
No,
Yeah.
Look, all this is new to me. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was on New Year's Eve. Like, they were out at some club.
That just passed?
Yeah.
Jeez
Yeah.
Louise, dude.
They were out at a club, and some people were, like, recording them. They were up on the balcony, like a VIP up there, and people were recording, and she just hauled off on him. You could tell he said some shit. Like, he just said some wild shit, and then she just smacked him, and then he smacked her back. And then, like, she was, like, kind of coming back again, and he kind of grabbed her a little bit and smacked her again.
He's all, tap out. This ain't what you want. Tap.
He gave her the old two-piece.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
The two-piece.
Yeah.
To the missus. Holy
To the
shit.
missus. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So what's going on now? They got to be in court.
I would imagine. I don't think she's pressing charges.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
See that gentleman? That is because of the resources. That is because of the resources. She's like, look, if I take him to court, he's going to lawyer up with all the greatest of lawyers.
He's got the money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, take a two-piece on New Year's Eve and live a great life, or sue him and, like, possibly not.
Right. Or if nothing else, she's got to at least play the role so she can get her ducks in a row.
Right.
And be more strategic with the shit.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So by this time next year.
But the thing is like, how do you make that case and you go to court and you're the one that initiated contact? You're the one that hit him first.
She's a woman.
That's a tough one, man.
Look, I don't want to bring these sexist arguments to your podcast. Turn it into a whole.
It's okay. We've already had it on.
Oh, have you?
Jeremy and I've already talked about it, so it's okay.
Look.
No, it's true. And Jeremy was kind of saying that same thing. He's like, bro, like, how could she not get in trouble for smacking him? You know, it's like, it's because she's a female and that they just don't get in trouble for that.
Look, it's true.
It's just a fact. It's not like sexist to say it. State a fact. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True.
And no one should be hitting anyone.
How many women do you think listen to your podcast?
Not many. Not many, especially after that episode. Whichever ones we had, we lost.
He said the 6 women we had listening.
They said, fuck that shit.
They're all, me too. Look, I better keep my mouth shut before I get in trouble.
Nah, it's all good, man. There's no, we're not on like any FCC like regulations, so you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Well, hey, look, but in today's age,
you get canceled if people stop listening.
For like 30 years later.
Yeah.
You guys could make it to the big top and be like, in episode 86.
Right.
Look, ask Bill Cosby.
Ask, what's his name? Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's another one.
Yeah, he got crushed for a tweet that he made like years ago.
There's another one that just recently somebody came up and said something. I mean, there's a bunch of guys.
There's a bunch,
like
yeah.
I mean, it's just
a bunch.
Gruden, wasn't Gruden one?
Oh yeah, Gruden was one.
That's how Gruden
That's
went
right.
down too. I think there's another coach too.
That's right. Gruden did go down for that.
That's crazy.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. I mean, all of it's bad. Smacking your wife, getting smacked, all of it's bad. Shouldn't do it.
Racist comments.
Yeah. Donald Sterling, none of it's good.
right.
But it's
Sterling.
Yeah.
What was he thinking?
That was crazy.
I remember when that happened. I was like, what is this motherfucker thinking?
Dude, do you ever watch Bill Burr, the stand-up comedian Bill Burr?
Yeah.
He had a bit about that Donald Sterling thing. Dude, it's phenomenal.
I'm going to have to look it up.
Yeah, look that one up. It's hilarious.
Bill Burr is hilarious.
Bill Burr, he was like, that was the weirdest, most compartmentalized racism I've ever seen. He's like, for a 70-year-old white guy, he's like, you would think the N-bomb would have been carpet bombed all through that. He's like, but you didn't hear it once. Yeah. He's like, it was amazing.
He was very strategic.
And he was like, for being racist, he was pretty pretty wide open. He's like, you could hang out with them, you could have sex with them, just don't promote it on Instagram.
Yeah, who was it? It was Dave Chappelle was talking about some of that too. And,
oh yeah,
he was talking about. He said you could tell that his chick was young because an older chick would have made it to where we would have got something out of the deal.
Right? You could tell she was young.
It would have been a point of leverage. She's like, I got you.
That would have been a point of leverage for sure.
Been an excellent point of leverage.
Absolutely. And you know what, man? I don't blame them. Play your cards, man. Play your cards. If you're gonna make money, make money.
Right.
Whatever. You know, I've seen worse things. There's worse things out there.
People, for sure.
You know, so it is what it is. And it's not sexist, I don't think, to say that if a woman hits a man, she's not going to get in trouble. I just think that's just the truth.
Yeah. There's a lot of precedents. So
yeah.
Till we change that.
Yeah, there is.
But anywho.
Yeah. I digress.
I digress.
This is
Where's the 5 fingers? Say to the face!
Dave Chappelle is classic.
Always. They couldn't do that show today, though. No way.
You couldn't do Hampton. You couldn't do Seinfeld. You couldn't do. You know what show I was watching the other day, and I was cracking up, and I told my daughter, I said, "Oh, this show, they definitely could have made this one in this era." Is a 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh my God.
That show. Hilarious.
Dude, Kevin Hart's cameo in that.
Oh yeah.
That's the best.
Aim high, Willis.
Aim high.
You know, Big Frosty and Big Spoon.
He's all, both get clapped up.
he goes, I didn't even do nothing. He goes, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't fucking matter.
You getting shot with him.
Oh, that shit's amazing.
And that was before Kevin Hart was anybody.
That was his. I think that was his first movie. I think. I don't know if it was for sure, but I think so.
So the bald guy.
Yeah.
That was with him. His name is Romeo. He's an actor named Romeo something or other.
Yeah.
He used to be a rapper.
Really?
In a group called College Boys.
Really?
Yeah, way back in the day. He's a pretty down to earth dude. I've actually talked to that guy a couple of times on Facebook.
Really? He's cool.
He's like a regular dude, man. He's still in a couple shows here and there.
Yeah, he was in Weeds.
Yeah.
He was in Weeds. Yeah.
That dude is hilarious.
Dude, his character in 40-Year-Old Virgin was the shit.
No, absolutely.
He was the funniest part of that movie. Like he killed me, bro. Like,
dude, his character is about 85-95% of the dudes I grew up with.
Oh, absolutely. That was me when I was younger. I used to be just like that. Me and all my friends. That's exactly what we were.
She's a hoe for show.
He's like, this is your book. Oh, it's your book. You wrote She's a Hoe for Show. And he's like, oh, she was a hoe. Faux show.
I don't want you hanging around people like this. This guy, there's something wrong with him.
I don't, honey. I don't talk to him at all.
What is this? Hurting for a squirting? No, that movie's classic.
Oh, I love that movie.
In fact, when I leave the show today, I'm gonna go finish that. I'm gonna go finish that, watching that again.
It's like it's halfway done on my DVR and it's on pause.
It's one of those things where you're watching the movie because you're eating up time.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's time to go, so then you just stop it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things.
Absolutely.
So, and of course, I've seen the movie however many times, 12, 15, 20 times.
Yeah. Oh, dude, at least.
Yeah.
When it first came out, I watched it. I bought the Blu-ray. I watched it so many times.
Absolutely.
So many times.
Steve Carell, on the other hand, so the actual 40-Year-Old Virgin, when he went to Office, that dude is the most cringy guy.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is.
He is cringy.
But funny. He's funny, too.
He is funny.
He can drop some funny stuff.
He is funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any of the funny stuff anymore, I don't think. I think for the most part, it's been pretty serious for the most part.
I haven't seen him out in something in a while. It's been a while.
He's been a part of a couple movies here and there, but just regular roles, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. No Michael Scott type roles.
Right.
So I think he left when he started doing movies. He left to go pursue acting more so, because that's when they started bringing everybody into the Office. Freaking Idris Elba came in, was on the Office for a while. Will Ferrell for a while.
Will Ferrell, yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple other guys too. So
yeah, it's true.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
So, anyways, I need to walk this card show a little bit.
All right, man. Absolutely. Thanks.
Got to get my inventory up.
Got to get some more shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some of these shows coming up.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
So shout out your stuff.
Yeah.
Where could people find you? Where can they find your
so iKards with a K?
iKards with a K.
Many of you know, but if you don't know, it's iKardsUSA.com. We got shows coming up. We got 5 shows this year. March 4th, that's the one coming up, the most recent. Then we got May 20th, July 22nd. October is still to be determined. Probably looking at October 7th, but it's still to be determined. And then December is our 2-day show, which is December 16th and 17th of this year.
Right.
But you can always go online see all that information, buy tables, buy some of the comics and stuff we have online, that kind of thing too.
Nice. You have a nice website. I like your website.
You think? I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I feel like it needs so much work.
Oh, I like it. I think it's clean. You could get to what you want to get to. It's a nice website.
Cool. I need to start putting up more stuff on there.
Yeah, get some videos and stuff and some content on there and slap it up on your website.
My iKards YouTube. I haven't put any content on that. It's probably been a month.
Yeah.
No, that's not true because I did do a little commercial on there.
That's right.
For the March 4th show.
That's right.
So, but yeah, I do need to do more content, more reveals. I am going to start. I got to send some comics to CGC.
Nice.
And I'll do some reveals for that when that stuff comes back.
Absolutely. So, we'll get your stuff and share it on all our socials too, for sure.
For sure.
And what's your other YouTube channel?
So the other YouTube channel is Good to the Hood.
Good to the Hood.
That's good. Good, G-O-O-D, number 2, letter D, and then H-O-O-D.
Yeah. I was asking, it's like, how do you pronounce it? I always fuck it up.
Good to the Hood. Yeah, he had asked off air. I said, well, if you've been to a hood, it just flows.
It's just
good to the hood. It's just good to the hood. Don't overthink it. It ain't 2D. It's not to the.
Right. I was overthinking it. That's exactly what I was doing.
Just drink a 40 and then say it.
It'll just start flowing. Little malt liquor on your tongue.
Man, it'll be so natural you won't even know what happened. No, I've had that YouTube channel for about 2 years. I've interviewed like Nate Boyer.
Yeah.
Nate Boyer was the guy that told Colin Kaepernick to take a knee.
Yep.
He's an Army Ranger, so I've interviewed him. Lil Flip, Mike Jones. So
yeah,
I think a couple names. I actually talked to a Lil Flip's agent a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Because I said I want to put a song out. Just a bucket list thing.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So he said, we'll talk.
Nice. Nice. Let me know when you get it out.
Yeah. So we'll see. Because, I used to try to do the music thing back in the day.
Shit, man. I might have you do some stuff for the podcast.
Yeah, man. Let me know.
We got the beat. You got the beat right there. Just throw some lyrics over it. That'd be awesome.
I'll make it happen because, as they say, it's in you. It ain't on you.
I love it. Absolutely, man.
All right, man.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you stopping in, brother.
For sure.
All right, Mark.
Peace.
All right, so that was our interview at the Pikes Peak Card Show with Mr. Mark from iKards with a K.
iKards with a K.
But he's also throwing a show in March, so if you have any questions, go to iKards.com and his Facebook page, all the socials, all that stuff. You can find any info, and he'd be more than happy to oblige you and get you some tables for a show.
I imagine so.
It's another awesome show, local show for the people in Denver. And if you're from out of town, come check them out, man. Fucking Colorado card scene, taking it over.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we'd love to see some more people from the rest of Colorado, too, from the other side of the hills come up and over, maybe.
Absolutely.
Check us out.
See some Grand Junction folks.
Yeah, we've had some people from Salida reach out recently and stuff. So, yeah, it'd be cool.
Absolutely. But are you ready for some motherfucking sports, my brother?
You know it.
All right. So this last weekend, like we were saying earlier, was Wild Card Weekend. It was action-packed and full of some crazy-ass shit. Started off with the first game of the weekend was the 49ers. It was actually Seattle at the 49ers. And 49ers took care of business, bro. Brock Purdy, he started off kind of slow in the first half, and then Seattle was kind of hanging in there, and then second half, man, they just started pounding the ball with Christian McCaffrey, and Purdy started looking really good, and ended up with like over 300 yards and 3 tutties. Yeah, dude, what do you think? Think the Niners are gonna go for it, bro?
I don't know, man. Fucking Purdy's cards are going fucking ape shit though.
Yeah, they are,
shit, bro. Holy shit. I saw like base. I don't know. It trips me out. I saw base mosaic going for like over $100.
Damn, are you serious?
But sometimes I wonder, like, some of these guys who rip cases, or I don't know. I guess it's a rookie card, so it probably wouldn't be something that breakers got stacked up. Pretty much, they would send every rookie card out, but
yeah,
maybe somebody with a couple hundred of those fucking things stacked up can go and literally buy a true sale of one for $100, and then sell all of his for $30 and look like he's fucking giving everybody a fucking steal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how real those fucking $100. I mean, they're real, but it's like,
if they fucking
if it's manipulated to fucking dump the rest of their shit.
Yeah.
Not per se a shill, but like, well, it's a shill, I guess, but it's like a real purchase. It's not a shill that didn't get paid for. They probably even pay for it to make it look like a legitimate sale. But now if they pay $100 for one and then they get to sell all the rest of their $5 cards for $50, $30, $20.
Yeah.
They look like they're giving everybody a steal, and they're actually making out. They go buy even 2 or 3 of them for $100, and the math is still there. You know?
Yeah, it's hard to know because if they pay for it, then it's hard to know,
and then it's a real sale. So it's not it's manipulation, but it's fucked up, dude, because it's legit. So it's like, I don't know.
It's hard to say,
and that's what's fucked up about how we use comps for everything right now.
100%. And that's what the biggest argument I hear against that is that, it's shield. That's why, we can't use comps from eBay and different things like that. Card ladder,
there's no other way to do it though. So it's like,
not really, other than like having like a Beckett type of situation where
the Illuminati.
Have the Illuminati make up prices and just everybody go by that. But that hasn't worked. That's why it kind of moved away from that. Card ladder does have options in their app to like look at the prices that without the shield, the possible shield type of things. They have some ways to see like,
but if it's actually paid for, that's going to still show up.
Well, it's
those $100 sales are going to show up.
I think they can see who's actually bidding on it, and they're like, I don't know. They have some ways to know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're 100%, if they know for sure. I don't think they could. But I don't know. It's tough, bro. It's tough with that kind of shit. And there's no other way, really.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to roll with it.
Yep. We sit around waiting for either the guy who doesn't care what the price is to pay, and then now that's everybody else's price. Or the people who pay to sell their own cards and basically shill shit. You know what I mean? So it's like,
it's true.
There's no great way, and that's why I always try to say comps is like a starting point. You don't have to sell it for the last comp. You don't have to sell it for the average. You can sell it for whatever you want. It's a starting point. You're gonna fucking have the best chance of selling it somewhere close to that.
Yeah. You could try to sell it. You could try to sell it for higher than that. You definitely can. There's a lot of people that do, and but it makes it tough sledding for you. A lot of times, if you're not keen to the comp idea, and you're like just saying, I'm going to sell it for a $300 card for $600. You're going to have that card for a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not going to go double comp, but I mean, a $300 card for $400 might be fucking different, or if it's a card number to 10 or 5, just because one sold for a certain number, that doesn't comp really matters on something that sells continuously. A fucking card that sells every day for $10. That's the comp.
Like
the
Zion
card sells
PSA 10s
one time ever for $500. That doesn't mean every single time another one sells, it's only worth $500. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way everybody goes by it right now. But that's not the way it works with houses or anything else. It's an average of multiple sales, not the last sale.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. It's true.
Comparable sales too.
Comparable
not exact sales. Doesn't have to be exactly the same. It's comparable. So.
Right. You can get an average for all the houses on the block, but this house is dope.
Yeah.
That house is a piece of shit.
Yeah. But you go and you go say, within the last 10 blocks, the 10 dopest houses, and then you average it.
Then you average those out.
But they don't all have to be exactly the same as your house. So.
Yeah, it's true. It's a good point.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
So, I mean, it's just an average. It's a starting point. It is what it is, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of it is your negotiation skills, man. Yeah. A lot of it is that, if you could prove your point and like you said,
you can convince somebody if the last 3 comps were 50, 60, and 75, and you're selling your card for 85 or 90, well, that's because it's obviously going up.
It's moving up.
You have some fucking justification behind it.
Right.
They may not want to pay that, but you have some justification to your price. Somebody might pay it.
Yeah.
Somebody who believes in that player, believes it might still continue to go up.
Yep. 100%.
But to try and sell it for $150 is another story.
Yeah.
Which there's people out there that do that too.
They try. They definitely try. I saw a guy at a show, and he had a Nathan McKinnon Young Guns, and it was in a Beckett BGS 9.5. It was a true gem, but he had it for like fucking $2,500 or something. And I'm familiar with the card. I had one and had it graded and sold it and did some shit. And I follow that because we're Avalanche fans. So I follow those cards of McCarr and McKinnon. And I asked him how much, and he said he's like 20. I think he's at like 22 or something. And I was like, and he saw my face and he kind of looked at me like, yeah, he knows what they're selling for.
Yeah.
But he still was trying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was still trying to get that much. And I was like, bro, that's a fucking $500 card. You know, you're going 3-4x on that.
Yeah.
And he still has it. Last time I saw him at a show, he still had it in his case. And, you know, it's like, you're going to have it for a while at that price, bro. You're not going to move it.
Yeah.
You know, and even if you were a little higher, you know, $600-700, you might move it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll see. Brock Purdy Mania.
Crazy.
Yeah, so they took out Seattle. They ended up blowing them out, kind of. The second game of Saturday night was the Chargers at the Jags. And, dude, what the fuck?
That was ugly.
That was ugly.
Yeah, and Trevor Lawrence is getting way too much credit for that. I mean, he did come back around. Don't get me wrong.
He played well in the second half. He played real shitty in the first half.
In the first half, you have to,
and Justin Herbert, the same thing.
Yeah, opposite.
First half was killing it. Second half did nothing. Mm-hmm. You know, you didn't score anything in the second half to put your team in position.
I think the second half was more on the coaching than him per se. But I mean, he still didn't do shit either.
He didn't. The coaching didn't help him. That's for damn sure. I don't know how Staley kept his job after that shit. Yeah, they fired the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, everyone but him. And Brandon Staley, he's like, all right, well, we had to make a change on offense, and you know, they did some good things, but we had to make sure, and get the fuck out of here. But I don't know, Trevor Lawrence mania too. Purdy and Trevor T-Law mania is going crazy. I bought a T-Law card, and I bought it for $20. It was like one of those Phoenix, like rising stars, and it shows him as like in his Clemson uniform, and then him in his Jags uniform behind it. And I bought it for like $20 and put it on eBay and sold it for like $50. Like
what is it, like an insert or what?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Wow.
Mm-hmm. Like immediately.
Base?
I don't think it's base. It's
is it numbered or something, or
no? No, it wasn't numbered. But I think it's, I don't know if it
some kind of prism, whatever,
like a refractor type of thing, but doubled in like the same week.
Yeah.
You know,
that's cool.
So his stuff is moving.
Yeah.
So if you want to get some money for your T-Law shit, now's a good time.
The time for sure.
And they're going to Kansas City, so this might
unless
not last
you're a
long.
true believer, like in the long run, now's the time for sure.
Yeah. If you're quick flipping, put them up for sale, man.
Yeah.
I don't see them. I cannot foresee them beating Kansas City. But you never know. I mean, you never know.
You never know, but
everybody has a chance. But Mahomes is out there.
Yeah.
Sunday, the Sunday game started out with Buffalo playing the Finns, and
I would like to apologize to any and all Dolphins fans. I said don't show up, and they almost beat the Bills.
It was damn close.
My bad. But they still lost, so you know.
They still lost. They still went home.
I was like, what the fuck?
It was a great game. Yeah, it was a great game. Josh Allen looked great in the first like quarter and a half, and then he started making some mistakes, bro. He kind of has been doing that. And it's a little disheartening.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
No, they're not. In the midst of all that too, he's made some amazing throws and some great plays in between that, but He will give you one or two a game, and then he kind of carries the ball real loose and fucking like loaf of bread like, and he gives up some fumbles, bro.
First half, Herbert made a few throws to that game, bro.
He did.
Like, whoa.
He did.
But anyway, backtrack.
No, it's all good. But Buffalo squeaked it out, so they're gonna get the Bengals next week. Bengals are gonna come in. Well, we'll get to that, but. Buffalo squeaked out the dub, and Mike McDaniel got caught in the sideline vaping, bro. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's vaping.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I wonder what was in that vape. I wonder if it was tobacco or if it was a little bit of fucking...
It's some CBD.
Can we get a motherfucking moment of silence for this small chronic break?
It was CBD.
It was CBD dog treats. That's fucking funny, bro. No, I did not see that.
Yeah, he was vaping.
Wow. Was he just kind of like?
He was doing a pretty good job of hiding it. Yeah. You know they have those play sheets.
Fucking fiend. That's funny.
It's like, is that why you lost? Is that why you lost? You got a little high on the sideline. But Buffalo's moving on, dude. They're moving on. The upset of the weekend was the Giants, man. The Giants went into Minnesota, and the Giants took out the Vikings at home. Danny Dimes looked fucking amazing. He was running the ball. He was using his legs. Those Giants, bro.
Yeah, man. I tried picking them a few times this year, but I think I was wrong every fucking time. But
I know they let you down.
Yeah. I mean, I had some faith in them. I had some fucking Danny Dimes cards. The other day, last card show, I sold that fucking Danny Dimes optic silver autograph that I had.
Yeah.
And I should have fucking I was hoping to sell the fucking Herbert. I wanted to sell them both. But I was hoping to sell the Herbert and keep the Danny Dimes, but the Danny Dimes is the one that sold, so whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. But now I'm sure his stuff is going to start moving.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I mean, I made a couple bucks on it. It wasn't like crazy, but
yeah,
I had it for a little while. It was a fun card to have for a minute. And
yeah,
got rid of it. So
yeah, it was a nice card.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful card. We'll see how Danny Dimes holds up. I mean, they're going to Philly, Philly where
that's what I tried to pick them against too.
It was the weekend of the iCards show because we were watching the game there.
Yeah,
and Philly waxed them. Mm-hmm. They fucking just lambasted them that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens this time. Giants kind of seem like they're on a little bit of a roll, you know. So I don't know. Don't bet against Danny Dimes, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a little football board where I have the Eagles to win the Super Bowl, so I'm rooting for them in that case.
Rooting for the Eagles?
Yeah,
nice.
Just in that instance. I can't remember what the payout was. It was like $20 times 16 or something like that. However many.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm rooting for.
It was like a random team thing, so I didn't get to pick or anything.
Oh, that's a good team to get though in a rando.
I got Eagles, so
fuck yeah. I'm rooting for the Eagles because of my Jalen Hurts cards that I own.
Yeah,
so I could
there you go.
Fucking pump and dump, do a little pumpy dumpy.
Pump it and dump it.
Practice the pumpy dumpy. But Bengals, next game on Sunday was the Bengals, and they played the Ravens, dude, fucking without Lamar Jackson. And everybody was saying they're going to get waxed. And once again, it was kind of like the Dolphins. Like everybody thought the Bills were going to smoke the Dolphins, and it was a tough matchup. Bengals played the Ravens, and it was fucking tough as can be, bro.
Yeah, they were not super impressive. Playoffs is a whole different animal sometimes.
It is, bro.
There are a lot of shit changes in the playoffs.
No, you're right.
Things can just, I don't know. Shit starts going to people's heads. Some people get nervous. Some people get amped.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of weird. You never know what can happen.
Yeah, it's true. And some people, it's their first playoff game, so they're nervous like a motherfucker. So like it's not always like Herbert and T-Law. You know, it was both of their first playoff game. They played each other, and like, you know, you can't expect someone just to come out and just kill it the first game. You know, it's rare that happens.
I didn't have a ton of faith in the Vikings because they were kind of the best team, but it was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They've been sniffing around, but they just haven't.
They couldn't get over it. They're not over that hump yet.
Yeah.
And they might be able to get there, but not this year.
Yeah. Well, now they're going to question Cousins too, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hear it already. Like I listen to the talking heads already. They're already pretty down on him.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with Lamar is crazy, bro. Like there's some of the players that are kind of calling him out on the Ravens, and J.K. Dobbins, like they did an interview after the game. He's like, if we had Lamar, we definitely would have won this game. And like, there's a lot of pressure, and there's a lot of speculation that he kept himself out because of the contract situation. And he's not saying that. He put a Twitter post out. He tweeted out like his injury and how it's not healing and did all that. But I mean, it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good for him to come back there. Probably saw the last game we ever saw with Lamar in Baltimore.
Yeah. And you know, he's got a lot of people in his ears, and some people are telling him, take one for the team, do it for your boys, blah, blah, blah. He's got some people saying you might not even be there next year. Who the fuck cares? Why would you risk your body for that? You're going to get paid no matter fucking what.
Yeah.
Stay fucking healthy, you know? So, like,
And the thing about it is nobody's wrong in that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's just up to him what he decided to do. It sucks and it looks bad. It lets your teammates and your friends down. It burns that bridge for you probably to stay there.
Yeah.
But in the end, it's probably the smart thing for him to do.
Kind of is smart, bro. If it's even like questionable, it's a smart thing for him to do for sure. It's his. I mean, the team's not going to show any.
So not football.
It's not. It's not. Yeah. And you lose a lot of people when that situation arises. You know what I mean? You lose fans. You lose your teammates. There's a lot of money riding on these games. There's a lot of everything.
They don't want you to do what's best for you, but they want you to do what's best for the sport and for them.
Right. Right.
For us, as selfish as fans, we want to see him in there.
100%. 100%. So we'll see what happens with that.
It's easy for us to call him out or say he should have been in there, but
right. It's not my knee. Yeah. It's true. It's true. So we'll keep an eyeball on that situation, see what happens with Lamar in the offseason, see if he ends up going somewhere else. Might help him out. It might actually be invigorating,
Who knows? He just fucking gets injured so much, and a guy like that's always gonna he's gonna miss a couple games every year. Probably.
He has the last two, it's just
tough. Every guy that's been like that has always missed. I mean, how many full seasons did Michael Vick play out of his whole career? I mean, a few. He was probably one of the most durable of those type of guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he still missed a few games here and there. He had a broken leg. He had some pretty major injuries.
He did. So. Yeah. I remember when he broke his leg. Yeah. He had a freak.
I mean, even the fucking pocket quarterbacks miss a fucking game almost
Absolutely.
every year.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So.
It's true. Yeah, we'll see. But that brings us to our... No, I'm good, brother. I'm a one-hitter quitter when it comes to the pod because then I turn into... dude, what'd you say? With the weed you smoke, man. You don't fuck around with no weak shit.
It has crack in it. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't be yawning if it had crack in it.
I know you'd be like... Ow!
How you supposed to fall asleep when you're high on crack, huh?
Oh, this ain't the first dick I've had in my mouth, Joe Rogan.
That's impossible.
But that brings us to our last game of the week. Was the Bucks the Dallas Cowboys at the Bucks, and fuck, dude, what a shitty game that was.
Yeah,
fucking Dallas just stomped them, bro. Just mud stomped them. It wasn't competitive. The most interesting thing of that game was Maher missing all those extra points. Other than that
was weird.
That was weird. Yeah. It was. I was watching it with my pops, and after
he had to have a fucking bet for that or something, bro.
He's like trying to keep it close. He's trying to keep it close.
Or just one of those prop bets for fucking mixed extra points or something in a game.
Right.
The record for most mixed extra points in a game or something.
Yep. Damn, that's funny. You never know. You never know. He might have lost his job over that. They brought in a kicker to compete with him today too. I heard on the news. So
crazy.
Yeah, it was weird. Tom Brady looked terrible, dude. He looked done. He looked done-ish. Yeah. And I actually made a bet, like with a dude I work with. I bet the Bucks were gonna win. Bet him lunch.
Yeah.
Fuck. First time I ever bet with Tom Brady, and he fucking does me dirty, dude. Tom Brady did me fucking dirty.
And you picked him to win too.
I did. That was my Super Bowl pick. Oh shit! I was gonna do that tonight. I forgot, but we'll do it next week. And we'll go back and
new Super Bowl picks.
We'll go back and look at.
Revisit what we picked.
Revisit our picks, and then we could do that now if you want. You want to do Super Bowl picks? Who do you think's gonna win?
We can.
We're down to the final 8. Final 4 on each side. So we got the Bucks. We got the Bengals at the Bills, and then we got the Jags at the Chiefs. Let's see.
Man, that Bengals-Bills game is going to be emotional for them two teams.
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. It will be.
Dude, and you know what? Actually, now that you said something about him being in the facility, I didn't even think there was any truth to it, but I saw somebody say something about that he might even be cleared to fucking practice or play even.
I saw that. I did see that.
And I was like, nah.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Wow, that would be weird.
Could you imagine if Buffalo gets to the Super Bowl and Damar Hamlin runs out of the tunnel?
That'd be crazy, bro. Everybody be crying.
Oh, dude, I might should drop a tear.
Man. Cry. One time I ever cried during a football game, and that was right after Elway's helicopter play.
Yeah.
And I didn't cry, like kind of like a little.
Tiny. Oh bullshit! You fucking cried.
It was like this, like that, bro. My eyelashes got wet. That was it.
You're goddamn.
I looked over at Pops, and he looked over at me, and we both went.
We both acknowledged, yeah. I kind of had that moment with my Pops too.
We're like, we're about to win. Bro.
Yeah.
It's actually going to happen after all these losses, all these ass whippings, all these fucking 49ers and fucking Redskins and Giants games. Oh, man.
Oh, not going to lie. I'm getting a little emotional right now. For real. Like after the game was over, I was shithoused. We drank probably 8,000 3-2 beers. I was shithoused, and they won. And this is like pre-cell phones. So I knew my dad was at we don't watch Bronco games together usually because we fight. And so I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to watch this Super Bowl with him. Like, it'll be horrible. My dad's the worst person to watch games with. And I called him. He was at my aunt's house, and I called him, and I was like, Dad, we won the Super Bowl. And his voice started cracking. And I was like, ooh. When my dad starts crying, I was like, oh, shit, man. Why'd you have to do that? Then he got me going, and I was talking to him on the phone. We were like, "Fuck yeah, ooh, yeah."
That's funny.
Yeah, like now let's go smoke some weed. But so, who do you think's coming out of the AFC, bro?
I'm still gonna keep rocking the Bengals. That's who I'm pretty sure that's who I picked to win the whole thing.
That is.
I know that's who I picked in the AFC.
That is.
So I'm gonna stick with them. It's gonna be them or the Chiefs, and I'm not gonna pick the Chiefs.
So fuck the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'll pick them to win their game, of course. And then Bengals Bills. That's gonna be tough. Neither one overly impressed. It's gonna be kind of a toss up. So
yeah.
So where did they decide they're playing that game?
It's gonna be in Buffalo.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was only if the AFC Championship game it will be
Oh,
affected.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's not the AFC Championship game.
Right. That's the only game affected by that.
That is right.
And the Bengals suffered a couple of major injuries on their offensive line too.
Damn, that's right. Yeah, so I mean, it's probably wrong. I'm just gonna stick with my pick for that, just to fucking not backtrack. But
it's a good pick.
I'm guessing it's probably gonna be the Bills, but I'll stick with my pick.
Go Bengals out of the AFC. Who's coming out of the NFC?
I'm going Eagles selfishly so I can double whammy that shit. I think they're the most solid team as long as Hurts isn't. He's still kind of like they're not quite sure like what's going on with him, right? I don't know if he's 100% or whatever.
Yeah,
all that, but
yeah.
But a Bengals and Eagles Super Bowl sounds weird.
That does sound weird,
right? It just doesn't even sound right.
It doesn't. It would be cool though.
It would be cool.
Yeah,
that's something that's never happened. The Eagles haven't been since the TO thing,
right?
TO and
no
thing.
They beat the Patriots.
That's right, just a few years ago. That's right, with Nick Foles,
Philly special.
True.
Yep.
So yeah, okay, whatever. Either way, that's what I'm going with.
That's a good Super Bowl.
Yeah.
2 2020 quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's either gonna be them or the Niners, but that's gonna be a good game too, though.
That
Niners
is gonna
Cowboys.
Niners, Cowboys, and then who's playing Giants, Eagles on the other side, and that's division rivals always battle hard in the playoffs. So, I think I'm gonna go at the AFC. I think I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think the Bills could do it if Josh Allen doesn't have another game where he's throwing some bonehead throws like that. I still think they're strong. I still think they could do it. I think I picked them preseason, but like they lost to the Bucs in the Super Bowl with my picks. I think. Can't remember.
Oh, I think you did pick them in the AFC to lose to the Bucs, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So I'll stick with them, and I'm gonna go with the 49ers, dude. I think I'm gonna stick with, but I think I'll go with the Niners.
I think that's both of those are probably a little more likely, but I'm sticking with my shit just because it's fun.
I would honestly, I would like to see Bills Eagles. That'd be the Super Bowl I would like to see.
Yeah.
But the one I think is gonna happen is Bills 49ers.
Niners are looking tough, dude. If they didn't get McCaffrey, then That changed the whole thing.
It changed everything. Yeah, he's such a weapon, bro. Out of the backfield, catching the ball, and then just as a pure runner, he's a beast. He's a fucking beast.
Yeah, should be some good football this weekend.
He's a Colorado boy.
Well, that's always the key.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So we'll revisit this, and then we'll look at our division winning picks and like what our preseason picks and see where we're at on that next week. But that'll move us on to our next topic under the sports element, which is Homer topic. Nikola Jokic, bro. Nikola, the Joker, just moved into, like, according to Las Vegas, the favorite to win the MVP again, bro. What do you think, dude? Do you think he could do it? 3 straight?
Man, that'll be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. The cool thing is he's the guy that doesn't let that go to his head or get to his head
at all. Absolutely not.
I hate how sometimes they start announcing some of the awards like throughout the playoffs or right before the big game and shit, and then it's like these guys have to like act like they give a fuck about that shit, or even maybe they do, and it's just I don't know. I wish they would just wait until everything was completely over.
Yeah, I think so too. And it should matter like where everything ends up.
Yeah,
it
should. That should be a part of it.
Yeah. I know it's a regular season MVP, but I mean, it should be part of it, bro. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
In the judges' minds, at least, like in their eye, like they should be able to at least look at a completed body of work and then put their vote in.
I don't see. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Regular season doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. So, dude, do you think that Jokic has a chance to be the greatest center of all time?
I mean, kind of, yeah, dude. I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, for me, obviously, Homer style, I couldn't think of anybody besides Shaq or fucking Will, that would like, I would rather have,
Kareem, maybe.
Kareem. Okay, you could throw Kareem in there, but he had his years too. I think he fucking had more of a, what's it called? More like a spike. He had like a quick rise and a quicker fall. The other guys had like longer, more durable careers and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure, you could throw. I mean, there's other guys you could throw in there. Even Olajuwon, maybe.
Akeem, yeah, he was great. He also kind of peaked and then fell off a little bit towards the end.
But Joker's just different, he could
do
more
everything.
Offensive shit. He can shoot threes. He could pass like a motherfucker. He could fucking just run the whole team. He's just so like a called in Swiss Army knife. He can do whatever.
He could do it all.
Like what you need today, boss.
Right. Well,
where do you want me today?
Where do you want me today? Do you want me to shoot?
Yeah.
Do you want me to just dominate?
And he doesn't. It's not even that. He just knows and he just fills in.
He just does.
Yeah.
He does what has to be done. Yeah. Like if there's a night where he needs a pass and they're keying on him, they're throwing the double teams, and he does.
And he just clocks in, clocks out.
Yeah.
And he's just going to works.
Morning, Ralph.
Yep. Hey, Fred.
Hey, Fred.
Yep.
Yeah. No, he is. And he has no ego. For being as great of a basketball player, he has zero ego.
Eagles.
But yeah, do you think that he needs to win a championship in order to like proclaim like the GOAT status?
I mean, yeah, probably. Sadly, he needs a championship to be truly respected by anybody but like us, Colorado people and shit.
Yeah,
probably. I don't know, when you see some real basketball people talk, they fucking speak very highly of him. Dude.
They do. Yeah, they do. Bill Simmons,
Shaq, those guys too.
Yeah. Charles Barkley had a little soliloquy on him a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, wow.
They're like, Joker's the real deal.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he is too, man. He is. Do you see him hit that game winner the other night?
Yeah, bro, he's fucking bad, man.
Fucking step back 3, fucking boom, high arching 3 is fucking sick, dude.
See you in the morning.
Good night, Fred.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So fuck yeah, I saw that he was the leader in the clubhouse right now for according to Las Vegas. Like they don't put that shit out there. Las Vegas, it's about money. So that I kind of take what they say and their betting line seriously because they're trying to win money.
Yeah.
And
because whoever they're making the favorite is who they want people to bet less on.
Right.
Because that's what pays out the least.
Exactly.
So
right. So it's real. It's real.
Mm-hmm. Well, and sometimes that means that a lot of people have already placed bets on him. So they're trying to
they move it around.
Yeah.
Try to move.
But more likely is the implication that
right.
Yeah,
it's more likely they don't want to lose their ass.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see, man. If he gets his third straight, I think the last person to get 3 straight was Larry Bird, I want to say.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So, I mean, you're doing GOAT shit, bro. Fucking put your little bell on Jokic and start.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Fuck yeah.
I hope he sticks around. I hope he gets a chip here. I hope he doesn't have to leave to get one.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Like everybody fucking else.
He seems happy here, though. I mean, as much as he shows emotion, he seems like he likes it here. So, well, hopefully we can hold on to him, bro.
What's not to like?
Yeah, fucking Colorado's dope.
It's pretty dope.
It really is. It really is. But dude, is it time?
Yeah, fucking A. Word. So, kind of the newest UFC news, I guess, is Francis Ngannou was released, whatever I guess you want to call it, from the UFC. Sadly, mostly because of fucking money.
Really?
He was the heavyweight champ, and he had an injury, and he was taking a while to come back from it, and was scheduled to fight John Jones. And they had like some contract shit going on too, kind of, that they were trying to figure out. And supposedly UFC offered him more than they've offered any heavyweight ever. Their statement was, Dana's or whatever's statement was, we've offered him more than any heavyweight ever, including Brock Lesnar. Which Brock Lesnar was offered the most money just because he was the biggest name. But Brock Lesnar's first years in the UFC was, 7 years ago?
Right.
So that kind of money doesn't necessarily mean shit right now either. You know what I mean? Like if it was just a little more than that, that was 7 years ago money.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a little bit offensive or whatever. And then, of course, Ngannou has his side of things too, and where he claims he asked for certain things, for certain fairly simple things, then they said no, and there are things that they don't do for other fighters, but he's asking for himself. And he wanted to be able to do his own sponsorship, which UFC took away a while back when they started having Reebok, and now they have Venom. They had Reebok for a few years, and now they have Venom to like do their jerseys, the way NFL does with Adidas and Nike and whatever else.
They could jump back and forth, yeah, for sure.
But they stopped letting fighters wear their own shit. You used to be able to go and get whoever so and so on your fucking shirt, and now you can't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
And so he was asking to be able to fucking promote himself like that and whatever, and get his own money that way like they used to. And UFC took away some money from him doing that.
Yeah.
The fighters got to all get a piece of it supposedly, but they used to be able to go out and hustle their own.
Right.
That does help the guys who couldn't get anybody, because now they all get.
They get a piece.
So it's like spread out, eat more evenly.
Right. It's like when servers at restaurants share tips, bro. It's like
Yeah, you made 100 and they made 20, and everybody gets the same.
Right. Like, I'm hot as fuck. I get $1,000 a night, and I got to share with you ugly motherfuckers.
Yep. So anyway, there was like disputes and shit, whatever. They were accusing him of wanting to pick and choose his fights and like fight people who were like easier, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
Then he came out and said he wanted to fight John Jones twice and Stipe Miocic once, that's who he beat the belt from, and he felt like he should get a rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas most people are saying Stipe's like kind of like, even though he was the champ and he lost, like he's kind of burning out and probably won't win and doesn't necessarily deserve a rematch just because they think he's not going to win because he's like getting older or whatever.
Right.
He earned it, but physically maybe he's going to lose, so it won't be exciting, which is kind of shitty too.
Right.
But so anyway, they weren't able to figure it out. So he's either going to go into like boxing or BKFC, which is the bare knuckle fighting championships, or even maybe Bellator, or who knows.
Yeah.
The problem is going to end up being for UFC. If any of them end up paying him more than the UFC would have, it's going to make him look like dog shit.
Yeah, for sure.
They're probably gonna, especially boxing. All he has to do is go boxing for sure. Everybody knows.
Right.
Boxing really won't matter because boxing, everybody knows is going to pay more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that big of a deal. If he goes to Bellator and they pay more or something like that,
that'll be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
which they might do just
to rub it in their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same way that USFL did to NFL way back in the day.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens with that. I do like Ngannou. He's a knockout artist. He's a bad motherfucker. I would love to see him stay in the UFC. I would love to have seen them figure something out, but it's kind of something been brewing and coming. So anyway, because of that, him and John Jones were supposed to fight. So instead, Cyril Gane is going to take his place, and John Jones and Cyril Gane are going to fight for the heavyweight championship.
Oh, nice.
Cyril Gane has had the interim before and lost it. John Jones has been light heavy before and is moving up. So this is, which everybody gripes. It's his first heavyweight fight. It's going to be for a championship. But he's has one loss, you know,
right.
1 or 2 losses ever.
Right.
So is you know,
it's like, shut the fuck up.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And he never lost his belt. It's only been either taken away for inactivity because he was doing dumb shit and fucking up.
Getting in trouble and
dumb shit.
Yeah.
So, he's never lost a championship fight. So, I mean, it's going to be exciting. I'm happy to see it. He's kind of the MMA GOAT, really. It's like him, GSP, Anderson Silva are like the 3 pretty much GOATs.
Khabib, do you think, too?
Khabib, a lot of people will throw that in there. Excuse me. Khabib, but there's a bunch of gripes about Khabib. He only fought so many fights in the UFC. He didn't defend his title a ton of times. He kind of didn't fight some of the biggest guys. He fought a couple of the biggest guys at the end and then bounced.
Right. He dusted Connor and then
yeah, I mean, he's up there. A lot of people throw him in the Mount Rushmore for sure.
Yeah.
But a lot more people are kind of like, about him because and he was boring kind of.
He was a wrestler, grappler. Yeah.
It wasn't exciting. His cards are kind of reflecting that right now a little bit too.
Are they really?
People are kind of like over him a little bit.
Really?
So
yeah,
not crazy, but they're not like as popular as they were. So
do his cards compare to some of the other GOATs in UFC? Like, do the other GOATs do better?
Well, John Jones is still a pretty big draw. I would say Connor, who's not even a GOAT per se, and who hasn't even fought for a few years, is like one of the biggest draws still, just
really?
Because of how relevant he kept himself. Mm-hmm. Really, GSP is probably his real high end cards are probably some of the most sought after.
GSP.
Anderson Silva was till the last crap with Jake Paul.
Right.
Kind of fucking tarnishes his shit a little bit.
Kind of was lame. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a few guys, but John Jones, if he starts winning again, we'll probably take that back over. I would guess he would be like the guy kind of.
Yeah.
He just has that out of the ring shit. You know, he has some dumb shit he's done. He's fucking gotten in fights with his fam, and he's fucking gotten in car wrecks and stupid shit, and they found blow in his car and like dumb shit.
Yeah.
Fucking 20-year-old shit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Not heavyweight champ shit.
Right. For sure.
So, I mean, he's a bad motherfucker, bro, but he used to be my favorite fighter until he started getting into the dumb shit, and it's hard to stay being a fan of him when they do that kind of crap.
Yeah, for
he
sure.
Kind of has become a little bit of a piece of shit. Kind of a lot of piece of shit, maybe.
Yeah.
He's kept his name out of the news for about a year, so.
He's doing all right then.
It's a start.
It's a start. It's a foundation.
So, I mean, I don't know. He is a fucking bad dude, and he's one of the most exciting fighters I've ever fucking watched too. So
yeah,
I'm happy to see him coming back. Last week, or this last weekend, I should say, there were some nice fights. Kind of missed most of it with everything going on, shows and trade nights and everything else. But Umar Nurmagomedov stepped up and won. So everybody's on his jock a little bit right now, which is cool because I've got a couple of his cards.
Pump it up.
Pump them and then you could dump them.
Pump it up.
Rocky Pennington, who I was saying I would hope would win because she's a Colorado Springsian. How the fuck do you say that?
I don't know.
Someone
That's
from Colorado Springs.
Colorado Springer.
Springser.
I don't know.
She's born in Springs and lives in Colorado and trains in Colorado and Denver. So I was rooting for her. She won. And then Sean Strickland, who stepped in last minute, a week notice or 10 days notice or something, stepped in and won.
Nice.
So that was dope. Good for him. He, like I said, he Has a lot of fans. He's kind of a shit talky guy, cocky guy. Lost his last 2 fights, but they were close. And so by winning that, he gets to stay relevant. And, cool. Good for him, I guess. Of course, UFC 283 coming up. You got the light heavyweight Paul Craig versus Johnny Walker. Paul Craig, that's who I was just talking about, who I hit that optic.
Johnny Walker
Black.
Yeah.
That optic auto out of 10 rated rookie, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, that's a nice
so
card.
that should be a nice little fight. Figueiredo Moreno 4. I talked about that a little bit last week, so
Yep.
hopefully, I'm kind of a Moreno fan. I think I may have said it a long time ago on the pod. He's just a kind of a goofball. He's kind of nerdy. He plays with Legos and shit, bro.
Really?
Like he's just kind of kiddish and like.
Didn't he fight the night I watched fights with you?
I think so, actually. I think he lost, right? Did he?
No. I think he ended up.
Did he?
That dude won, and he was like, yeah, I think that was him.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it was him.
Yeah.
He was getting dusted, and then he kind of came back and won at the end.
I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's just kind of a fun guy to follow. He's got he's like one of those guys got like a good heart and shit. So he's like kind of root for him because he's like a good dude.
Yeah.
Guy.
I like Legos.
Yeah. So me too.
Fuck yeah.
I like Star Wars Legos.
I like Legos too.
But and then of course Glover Teixeira, Jamal Hill for the light heavyweight championship
Title fight.
Rooting for Glover. I don't know. He's a little dated, but he fights like a motherfucker. So
yeah,
I'm rooting for him. Other than that, that's there's not a ton of UFC. There's the other little bit, like I said, the news kind of going on with the everything else and all that. But other than that, I'm just hoping to see some nice fights. And like I said, I've ripped some of that optic. It's been pretty fun. Yeah, that's it. One little thing I want to say is those fucking photon parallels are ugly, son. And they're like a SSSP fucking case hit bullshit. They're retail. They're the retail case hit and optic UFC.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what they are in other products. I know they're pretty sure they're like some kind of SSP or case hit in most products.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck it's supposed to be, or why they call that photon.
Photon?
It looks like it's like a orange and red rainbow shape, kind of like fish. I don't fucking know. Somebody told me they look like fish scales, like koi fish scales, kind of, sort of, or something. I don't know. They're dumb.
Yeah.
They're real big dumb.
They're real dumb.
And I'd be super sad if I hit one of those.
Like, fuck.
I would sell it instantly.
Be a snap sell.
It's the ugliest SSP super fucking whatever the fuck I've ever seen, dude.
Yeah. That sucks. Yeah. It's terrible that SSP card be fucking ugly like that.
Lame. But of course, nobody cares.
No.
It's as good as a kaboom to some people
right.
Right now.
Right.
Until everybody fucking don't care anymore.
Yeah. Which could happen anytime.
Pretty quickly, I'm going to imagine.
Anytime. Yeah.
That's like the retail. In Absolute, you can get kabooms in retail, but they don't have the numbered ones.
Right.
So there's only base kabooms. And then they have the explosive, I think they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty weak, too.
Pretty lame.
They're pretty weak.
Pretty fucking lame.
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just look like an insert.
They're just retail kabooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lame.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, go Broncos.
Go Broncos. Fuck yeah. That's all I got, bro. We're having our card show this upcoming weekend here in Pueblo, Colorado on the 21st on Saturday. We're about at 40 tables right now. If you want a table, if you know anybody that wants a table, hit us up.
Hit us up last minute. Comes with the free Italian sausage grinder, son.
Fucking jump on it. Jump on it, dude. And the thing that I'm excited for is that fucking that cookie, bro.
Cookie crisp.
That cookie was like titties in my mouth.
Yeah. And football on the big screen.
Football on the big screen. So we're gonna have the divisional playoff games on Saturday going up on the big screen, and we mean big screen.
This should be fun, man.
And it should be a good fucking time.
Can't wait to see everybody and hang out, and hopefully fucking we get a nice crowd and sell a bunch of cards. And
yep, absolutely. So come on out. Even if you're not setting up, come on out just to come hang out. We're gonna have all the pod equipment set up, and we're gonna do some recordings again. So if you want to jump on the pod, you want to fucking come and tell us that we're fucking schmoes and don't know what we're talking about, come on down.
Yeah, you don't agree with some of our our takes, whatever.
And if if you're a fan, if you're fun, you want to have fun, come on down as well.
You listen and you just want to say what's up or whatever, man.
Absolutely.
And then the weekend after, there's gonna be that Greeley show, that show in Greeley.
Yes.
Friends of Baseball, Friends of Baseball.
I think so.
So I'm probably gonna snatch a little. I don't know. I'm trying to talk myself into getting a table, but I gotta leave at like 4 a.m. and get up there to do it right. So that's gonna be a little tough. But either way, we're gonna be up there checking it out and hanging out up there in Greeley. So if you guys get a chance, go look into that one and go peep it out. We'll be there. I'll be there. I don't know about Aaron. He may have some shit going on.
I do. That's the 27th and 28th or 28th.
27th is just one day, Saturday. But yeah,
it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Fuck.
He has family, bro. I don't care about my family.
Well, I have Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, my company's taking us to the Avalanche game.
Oh, dope.
We're gonna go see the Avalanche.
That sounds fun.
So it's dope, dude. They're fucking taking us to the game. They're taking us out to a nice dinner. They're giving us hotel rooms, paying for all of it.
Damn.
So that I'm doing that on Saturday.
That sounds hella fun.
Yeah, and then Sunday, my brother's probably gonna have his birthday party. So
nice.
come back and do that. But
cool.
I'll be missing out on
So
Greeley.
I'll probably be up there. If I take a table, I'll represent. I'll at least fly the banner and probably rock a little shirt action. Pass out some stickers. Trying to slang some cards.
Yeah,
so
we got.
I'm gonna at least go check it out. Say what's up to them dudes up there and take a cruise. Even if I don't set up, I'm gonna at least go up there and say what's up. So
yeah, for sure. Go represent Pueblo and rare elements.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, dude, that's all I got. Appreciate you guys for checking us out. Give us some likes, give us some subs, share the videos. We're gonna post a video on all our socials. We're gonna post a pod on all our socials. You know the deal.
Yeah. Any and all support. Click a little like here or there if we ever make you laugh. Click a little ha. That's been my pitch to people when I talk to them at shows or whatever. And I try not to like force anything on anybody right away. But if they start hanging out and bullshitting for a minute, and by the way, me and my partner, we put on a pod, blah blah blah, and I always say, I bet you it'll make you laugh.
Makes me laugh.
You know what? Even when I say that, usually they laugh, and I'm like, see, bam,
already.
Got you.
I already did it.
So,
but yeah, absolutely. Give us some shares, spread the love, and we
Avalanche,
appreciate.
Reach out, Avalanche or Black Label,
Johnny Walker,
Axe and the Oak, or
we
Tops, Panini.
Any,
even though we talk shit, mad shit. Panini sucks. NFL.
Let's go to the top. Fuck it. Let's get
Road.
Let's get the biggest sponsors we can.
Just looking around on the walls.
Top
Whoever makes those fucking curtains.
Facebook, Twitter, Elon Musk, reach out.
Word.
Fuck yeah. But we appreciate you guys fucking more than I could tell you. If you're listening, if you're watching, we fucking love you. But thanks for tuning in, and come check us out next week.
Peace
Out, guys.